He gave himself for us as an offering to God, a gift of pleasing fragrance. And has lifted up the lowly. He has filled the hungry with good things. Protect me as your special child. Amen.
My dad said when he came to drop me off that day, they were asking him what he thought of it. And he said, well, I guess it could be worse, you know? So I'm a convert to the faith. I grew up with no religion. I was in the performance industry, so I have been a dancer since I was 7 years old. And my father's in a rock and roll band. And just that whole scene was very familiar as I grew up. And as I got through high school, I started to realize just the emptiness of it all, and I knew that I wanted something more, but I didn't know what it was. And I didn't know anything about Christianity. I could see a crucifix and I honestly couldn't tell you who was on it or why he was there. And I just had this really negative feeling about Christians. I just thought they were just a whole bunch of people who didn't have any friends, so they hung out together. So I didn't really want anything to do with Christianity, but I was very desperate at that point. I wanted to make a private retreat somewhere. And it was Thanksgiving, and no place in the area would take me, and I found out about the sisters. And at that point, really, I had just discerned what I wanted. I wanted to get married, I wanted to have a big family, I wanted to teach dance and just live happily ever after, but I never really asked the Lord what He wanted.
We have 15 little chicks because the other ones are going to have to, they're kind of getting older. So we just got 15 chicks. They'll be able to be released into the whole flock probably soon. And we got about 10 guinea hens because we were losing some of the chicks to hawks. We have 2 cows and one just gave birth in March. We got a little baby calf. She's a little handful. So yeah, so we milk. They're dairy animals. So the sisters get up and start milking at 6 in the morning, and then we milk around like 6 in the evening. And we can make our own yogurt and our own cheese. Well, as women, we're all called to motherhood. You know, as a little girl, you're always like, the first thing as a little girl is just, I want my baby doll, I'm gonna be a mom, I'm gonna, you know, and that's just so innate in us as motherhood. But it's really, when we mature, we have to, I really ask God, like, what motherhood I'm called to. Am I called to the motherhood of a family unit, or am I called to more of that general motherhood where I embrace all of God's children as my own? And I pray for them, I sacrifice for them, my life is poured out for them as a whole.
I mean, Saturday evening is just community meal with the sisters, and so this is just kind of one of those outgrowth moments in which we get to spend that kind of time with them, and it's also a great opportunity to invite other people to come meet the sisters and get to talk to them and have that kind of just community time, because that's part of life, you know, nobody's supposed to be an island. So sometimes if we have time, we play some games, and you know, you don't often think about nuns in their recreation time, but you know, we play games and laugh and giggle and have good old times.
2 of my favorite characters is Aslan and Mr. Tumnus. I like Mr. Tumnus, the fawn.
Oh, yeah.
We're called to really help the poor. So we go to the soup kitchen once a week. We're there with them. We teach them who God is, how to pray.
I'd always heard a lot of bad things about Catholics. Catholics get a little bit of a bad rap outside of the Catholic community. One day I'm drinking and I see these sisters coming. I don't mess with this soup kitchen. I mean, it does a lot of good things, but I seen them come in here and I was like, you know what? I'm going to find out the truth about Catholics. And here we are. So now I'm a full-fledged Catholic. I love it. I draw strength from them. That's why I go in there, do the benediction, the rosary, I go over to Mass. Even before I was confirmed in, I did this ever since October. It's just, I draw a lot of strength because they have unconditional faith. They don't want anything but you to be a child of God. And so, you know, that's beautiful.
And it was a sacrifice, you know, but God is so good, and he fulfills all of his promises, and he does the 100-fold. And so he's constantly just leading us deeper into himself. And I'm finding that that's what I had been searching for since I was a child, you know, just through all these different things, trying to find happiness, and there was just none. I mean, there's natural happiness, but there's no like deep, meaningful, lasting happiness until you're able to fully give yourself to God and be able to live whatever it is that he has planned for you.